When you're thinking about onboarding new employees, we would hope at VMC that you have methodically mapped out an action plan that's going to transition that employee so that it's seamless, so that it's effortless for those overseeing the new employees onboarding, as well as the new hire that's having to get acclimated to his or her day-to-day operations. So our goal in working with our clients is that not only do you have a job description that puts into writing your specific expectations, you're also going to have a phase training program as well as an evaluation process. So as I walk you through some model or template of onboarding a new hire, we're going to provide guidance and direction, and these tools will be able to be incorporated into your practice's personality so that we're setting these individuals up for success. Our industry is notorious for hiring people and setting them up for failure. We don't particularly provide job descriptions on a regular basis. Training is kind of throw them into the trenches and hope that they succeed. And then there's this unfortunate revolving door where we have people that are getting upset, employees that are getting upset, and then we're back at square one and having to recruit. So our goal is to set them up for success. First and foremost, the job description. You have to have a job description in place, in our opinion, before you even begin to place your ad, because it's very important that you are assessing the applicants, the resumes, the applications that come in. You want to have those side by side and match the skill set, the talents, the experience that your job description is calling for. For example, if you're going to hire a receptionist, probably want them to have some experience with customer service. Probably want them to have had at least the experience of answering incoming calls, checking people in, checking people out. Is it a requirement? No, but unless you have an immaculate, well thought out training program, a lot of times having those skills, those talents in advance makes the transition a lot easier. So with that being said, we're going to match the resume, the application to what is expected, and that's where you begin to weed out your applicants. That way, when you're screening applicants, you have a general idea of what is their learning curve going to be. Is this someone that's going to be able to hit the ground running, or are we going to have to invest a little more time here, there, whatever the case may be? And that's something that we hope before they're even hired, you're actually going to go through the job description line by line by line and articulate what their tasks, responsibilities, and duties are going to be so that they have a broad idea of what they're going to be in charge of, responsible for as they transition into the new position. So once we have the job description, we're going to now take it to the training protocol. And that's what we refer to as a phase training program. And that's ultimately where, if we as an industry could just commit to 30 days of onboarding employees instead of a day or a week, just 30 days of week 1, week 2, 3, 4 of focused training. That way individuals know exactly what they're going to be doing during that first week, that second week, so on and so forth. And the reason why we feel this is imperative is that a lot of our employees haven't been provided with a nice foundation of training. You could have an employee that's been with you for 3 years and one that's been with you for 3 months, and the 3-monther says, oh, it's over here, or that's how you do it. And the person that's been there for 3 years says, oh, I never knew that. And that's what we want to break the cycle of. So the phase training program is going to be introduced to the employee on their first day of employment. Whoever is the designated trainer, whether it's a department head or training coordinator, if it has to be the manager or owner, what we're going to do is have that person carry that phase training program every day that they work for the first 30 days. And whoever their trainer is, they are going to be scheduled when their trainer is scheduled. So if I'm the head receptionist and Susie is the new receptionist, for the next 30 days, Susie's schedule is my schedule. And that way we can concentrate and focus in on the schedule, once again setting her up for success. So with our phase training process, we go through and identify what we have to onboard them on, get them acclimated with, so that they can know precisely what our expectations are. And the way that you set up a training program is that you take those duties, responsibilities, those tasks from the job description, and that's how you incorporate those into your phase training program. So hopefully by the end of the 30 days, we've established a nice foundation where we can kind of set them free, so to speak, As we know, training is ongoing. It's not going to end after 30 days, but at least we've given them a nice foundation so that in that initial 30 days, in that introductory period, now we can truly assess, is this person going to be the asset that we hope they are? And then we can make a decision as to whether or not their employment is going to continue after their 90-day introductory period comes to an end. But right before the 90 days, this is where we recommend an evaluation. And I say somewhere around 75 days. If you want to do one at 30 and 60, and then right before their 90-day introductory period comes to an end, you're more than welcome. But bare minimum, we definitely want to do it right before the 90 days comes to an end. And that way we can truly assess, has this employee grasped what they're supposed to be doing? Are they an asset, or are they a problem? What's going on? And that way, if by chance we haven't been able to make a decision by that 75th day, we now can say, okay, we're going over these issues. This is what we need to have resolved within the last few days of your introductory period before we can extend permanent, full-time, permanent, part-time employment. And that way, there shouldn't be any issues, concerns, and we shouldn't be taking people over that 90-day introductory period if they haven't met our expectations. In most cases, I want them to exceed them. We should know that this person that we've just placed is going to be a true asset to the practice because we have methodically mapped out everything that we can do to set them up for success, presenting them with a job description so they know precisely what's expected, then spending time as far as onboarding them with the phase training program, and then evaluating their performance, letting them know where they're excelling, and if there's some areas we need to work on. I don't like to refer to it as a weakness, but what are the areas of opportunity? And this is something that you can, of course, have going on through the introductory period, but the 75-day evaluation is where it's formalized. You're going to write out specifically where they're excelling, their strengths, and then you're going to talk about the areas of opportunity, either haven't resolved to that point or what you need to make sure can be resolved before you extend that permanent full-time, part-time employment. So with that being said, I think that we can set these employees up for success. I think we can set the process up for success and stop this revolving door that consumes our practices across our industry far, far too often. So as you think about visiting Mark, Sheila, and I and our speaking engagements or working with us as consulting clients, these are all the things that we've been talking about for decades and help clients on a regular basis implement so that they're not having this ongoing issue when it comes to transitioning new hires into the practice. So I wish you the best of luck. Look at our website and we'll have some other tools that you can tap into as you enhance your onboarding process.